In some aspects, these digital markets and certain technology companies and the issues surrounding their practices has revealed that traditional competition law concepts may no longer apply in digital markets. And when I say that, I'm mostly thinking of concepts and exercises like market definition. So we clearly know now the SNP test, which has been used for a long time in defining markets in the EU and elsewhere, no longer works when the product or the service is offered for free. So that's an area where we will clearly need to adopt competition law to apply to digital markets. But if you look at the competition law prohibitions, so in the EU this is Article 101 and Article 102 of the treaty, we see that the rules are so flexible and, dare I say, vague, that actually those fundamental rules will probably perfectly well be applicable to any market situation. So as far as I'm aware, self-favoring as a concept is not one that has existed in previous law. So under Article 102, we have a concept of discrimination. So far, it hasn't been made clear whether the Commission's case has been about discrimination or whether it has been about, for example, refusing to supply services to competitors. It's difficult to therefore know, without seeing the full decision, what exactly they mean by this self-favoring. I mean, in a way, self-favoring is, of course, what everyone who is in it for the business would do. And it's a bit like saying to a supermarket, if you have a bakery section and there are also other bakeries in the town you operate, you have to sell those other bakeries bread as well as selling your own bread. The remedy in the Google decision appears to be the most controversial aspect of the decision on the basis of the information we have so far, and we haven't got the full decision at this point in time. To say that Google should adopt a simple principle of equal treatment in order to remedy its anti-competitive conduct doesn't really tell Google what it should do to remedy the conduct, and in fact it doesn't actually tell Google what it has done wrong in the first place. In terms of how it might work, I can't even imagine how Google can actually fix this. So is Google supposed to actually show results of comparison shopping services on its own website? How can we expect a company to essentially not just supply free traffic, but to promote the services of its alleged rivals? We see many debates in recent times regarding digital markets, technology companies and competition. Some of these have to do with big data, some of these have to do with privacy, some of these have to do with unfair conditions in contracts with consumers. Not all of these are going to turn out to be real debates, because some of them will clearly fall outside of what competition law can do. I think we have to give up on the idea that competition law can fix any problems and all the problems that we have. Competition law has limited tools and limited rules, and we can only stay within those rules. So, for example, I don't think privacy is an area that competition law has any role to play with. For that, we have data protection rules.